What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive In. As always, my name is Monkey.
REEZUSCHRIST, aka KJ, up in this bitch.
I'm here playing Doom, and we're going to be diving into our top picks for horror movies to watch this holiday season.
It's October, niggas. It's time to get spooky. Horror movies and Halloween are very beloved by many, but especially when it's the time.
Yep.
So I think, you know, we've got a bit of a series going on. It's called the Spooky Series, where we're going to talk about horror-themed things.
Fuck yeah,
If you
dude.
don't like it, kill yourself, because I don't give a shit. I make this channel for me.
Well, damn, dude.
It's horror, dude. It's horror, bro. I gotta be savage.
This is very, very true. For that reason, I'm fucking playing Doom in this bitch.
For that reason, I'm not playing with Patrick because I don't have Doom. But what we're going to do on this episode is our top 3 each horror movies. And if you can do math, that means we're doing 6. Because, you know, 666 and all that other jazz. And we have 3 lists coming out with top 3s because we're trying to summon Satan.
Bitch, don't kill my holy demons everywhere. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was fitting. Bitch, don't kill my holy demons everywhere. Oh god.
Take it away,
guys.
Scary KJ.
Ha, you run, you're a piece of shit. So, when we're talking about horrors and we're talking about scary movies.
Scary movies.
I'm gonna start with a classic and a namesake. I'm gonna start with Halloween. Now, have I seen this movie yet? No. Plot twist. You guys all thought I was gonna talk about the old one. I'm talking about the one that's coming out.
I thought you were talking about the old one.
I know. I didn't tell you this because plot twist. I don't have to tell you shit. You're not my real dad. Yeah. Have I seen this movie?
You're not my dad.
Am I sure it's going to be great? Fuck yes.
Yeah, agreed.
This movie looks fucking incredible. And if you really need me to talk about a movie that's out, you could watch the original Halloween and it still holds up to this day. It is a
absolutely
terrifying,
not the Rob Zombie remake. Well, it's
dude, you know what?
Decent.
I'm not gonna say don't watch it. I'm not gonna say don't watch it. A lot of people like that movie. You know what?
It's
if you
a
like
decent
it,
movie.
More power to you. It's not my thing, but more goddamn power to you. Halloween, of course, the classic slasher, was one of the first movies that told you not to let your guard down, and that if you're the antagonist, you have superhero powers and you have plot armor. There are three people that get the strongest plot armor in any film, and that is the final girl, an anime protagonist, and horror villains.
Anime protagonist, I love
it. They always have the strongest plot armor.
This is so true. Oh my god.
It's level 200 unbreakable plot armor. You understand how many times Goku should be dead?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot. It's a fucking lot. So I'm definitely going to go with Halloween. You know, that's a great way to get yourself in the spooky mood. You know, if you're trying to woo a female, get them nice and close to you. Halloween's your fucking call, guys. So yeah, my number 3 is going to be Halloween.
My number 3 is going to be along the same lines. It's also a slasher, and it's actually a movie that revitalized the slasher genre, and that is Scream. Way back in the day, fucking I should know that. 1996, cool. There you go, 1996. Wes Craven gave us Scream. Up until then, the slasher series was kind of dying out. It was kind of just stagnating. And then Scream came out, and it fucking blew up. Like, I don't even think Wes Craven anticipated Scream to take off as much as it did. Because now it's like... honestly, now it's like a cult classic. There's been so many jokes and references made to this fucking movie. I mean, how scary movie. Come on.
Yeah, they spawned an entire parody fucking franchise. Exactly. Scream did so much to, like you said, reinvigorate the genre as a whole. And it was just such a fun, terrifying movie. It
was a scary-ass movie. I mean, I'm not going to say it was... you know, scary like some of the movies there are now, because let's be honest, people have to make horror movies legitimately fucking terrifying because the populace is so fucking desensitized to everything.
Yeah, but you know, for every good horror movie, there's a really bad one, and Scream was living in a world where there was nothing but bad ones.
Exactly.
And then this one comes out and just changes the fucking game.
Oh, it 100%
So I think,
did.
I think Scream's a solid number 3. You know, it's so weird, and it's slightly meta. It's actually very meta. Actually,
it's very meta.
The thing is how fucking meta it is. Like you get everything just is so in your face, and it's so fun to see it all just thrown in your face.
Yeah.
So I think Scream's a really good one.
Also, the sequels that they made were not bad either. Even the new one wasn't that bad.
Scream 3 is trash. I don't know what you're talking about.
Scream 3 was trash, but I mean, it's not as trash as some other sequels have been. And
Cough,
Scream
cough,
4...
anything in the Conjuring universe that isn't a Conjuring movie.
Absolutely, I'd 100% agree with that. Even the new one, Scream 4, the one that came out with a couple of years back, that was also pretty good. That was a solid movie. I watched the fuck out of that movie. I watched the fuck out of it. It's not bad. It felt like old school Scream, which I loved. Also, this is a little Easter egg in there for you guys, but if anyone watches Friends, and if you guys care at all about celebrity relationships, which most people do not, but I mean, it's fun. Monica, also known as Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah, she met David Arquette on the set of Scream. So
I knew that.
Yeah. And if you watch the opening shit for Friends, she changes her name around season 2, season 3, something like that. I forget.
No. You were very wrong.
When did she change her name?
Probably like season 6, 7.
Really? I thought it was a lot earlier than that. I haven't seen the show in a while.
Friends started in like 94?
That's true. That's very true.
So probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah. But either way, yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. I thought that was kind of sweet that they kind of met. And it's also kind of weird. You also have to think of this. They fell in love on the set of a horror movie. I mean...
Hey, man. Hey, man. Love can happen.
Scream, number 3. Still love it to this day. My favorite slasher movie of all time.
So I'm going to go with my number 2.
Yep, your number 2. Go ahead.
A little movie called... Okay. I know I'm about to get super shamed and judged, but I don't care. Fuck me, I love this movie. It's called 13 Ghosts.
That's a great movie. Fuck you. Oh well, okay. It's not a great movie. It's a really.
Ghosts is trash.
It is. But it's good for what it is.
I love 13 Ghosts. I have an unhealthy obsession with 13 Ghosts. It is such a fun, scary movie. It's so redonkulous in so many facets. But
this is so true.
It is just so fucking fun. It's just a stupid fun horror movie. And you know, it's got Tony Shalhoub of Monk fame.
Hell
in
yeah.
that joint.
I forgot about that. Oh my god.
Most people do. It's just weird. It's so off-putting, but so fun. Like, it doesn't make sense how exciting that movie ends up actually being. And I love it so much.
Okay, so KJ really likes 13 Ghosts, guys.
It's because it makes no sense. It makes no sense that a movie is like that.
It doesn't. It honestly does not. It's a super. It's just a fun. Yeah, you're like you said. It's just a fun, scary movie. That's not really that scary. And I just died.
It's got some decent jump scares. It's just.
Yeah. It's also a very old movie, so. Do with that what you will.
It did not age well.
It did not age well.
I will be the first to tell you guys it does not age well. But it doesn't stop it from being bundles of fucking fun.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So what do you got for your number 2?
My number 2, I gotta go with Insidious, man. It's one of the very few. It's one of the very few modern scary movies that legitimately scared me for a while. But it's more than that, because like when I go to see like horror movies nowadays, I don't like. This is the reason I didn't like The Nun. When I go see horror movies, I go see them because for like the story, the mystery behind them, not just for like fucking jump scares and shit. I'll get much more scared if the horror makes sense. And Insidious.
Yeah, you don't want just jump scares and everything. You want
Insidious is one of those movies. Is maybe one of my favorite directors, James Wan. First of all, fucking love him in all his movies.
James Wan is overrated.
Fuck you. I love James Wan.
That's fine. You can be wrong. It's just he's overrated. What makes James Wan so good?
I'm not. I don't know. I just like the way he fucking takes shit. Like I actually like Furious 7.
That's okay. Furious 7 isn't terrible.
No, and he directed that movie, and that was great. And I have no ammo.
I won't say Furious 7 is great. Furious 7 is Furious 7.
No,
the
way I don't know. I think it's just the way he tells a story in his movies that I just love. The way he like, and that's why I liked Insidious so much, because it had a very, very good story.
The only thing I liked from James Wan is Insidious, and shit. Actually, that's it. That's the only thing I like out of James Wan is Insidious.
If you haven't seen Dead Silence, I recommend it. It's a really creepy puppet movie.
Is that the puppet movie? Yo, fuck that. That movie does look terrifying, and you got me fucked up. I will never watch that shit.
It was pretty creepy, and he directed that movie as well, so there you go.
Yes. I can't do a little inside baseball for you guys. I'm fucking terrified of puppets, which is why Child's Play, and dolls, which is why Child's Play isn't on this list. It'll be petrified. Call me a bitch all you want. I'll fucking square up with you in real life. Anyway.
James Wan also did Conjuring 2. He also did Furious 7, Dead Silence. He did I forget what else he did. He did a shit ton of movies. I love him. He's one of my favorite directors next to Steven Spielberg. But yo, Insidious has a great story. The cast is fantastic. They had the freaking Darth Maul looking demon dude who is legitimately scary.
The Darth Maul looking demon was pretty lit. I cannot refute that. He
was
pretty cool.
The only thing I had to say about that movie, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like the other movies in the series, is after the kid gets taken, right? The movie ceases to be scary. The movie turns into like a thriller, more or less. It's not really scary, at least not to me. And I was like, okay. I mean, it was still good. Like, they did a great job with that first movie, but after that first movie, like, I wasn't really that scared anymore, and that's why I didn't like the second, third, or fourth movies.
Yeah.
The final key or whatever it's called, Skeleton Key, it was okay.
The last key.
Yeah, that was an okay addition. But it wasn't one that I was like, yes, fuck yes, I love this movie. Like the first movie.
Yeah, the first movie was like
the first movie was unique. It was weird. The storytelling was really cool, and it just hasn't been the same since that first movie. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
But the first movie is like top tier for Patrick.
Oh yeah, the first movie, fucking awesome. It was in a time when a lot of new modern horror movies have been shit, and it was the first really good one I enjoyed in a long time, so I kind of attached to it.
That's fair. It's on your hip forever.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'll go with my number one then. So I don't like horror movies. I'm gonna go with It.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. This was a fucking game changer.
Oh, it was, and it was such a great, like, not even I guess it was a reboot. Yeah, a lot of reboots tend to be really, really, really shitty, but this movie, oh my god, they did this so incredibly well. Oh my god.
It's stupid how good it is.
Yeah, seriously.
Get it? Because that's the name of the movie and an adjective.
Wow.
Anyway. Anyway. It's different because it's like a coming of age movie while still as a horror movie. Like it's so many. You connect with the characters. It's a sweet story of friendship, friends, and being true to yourself while still being fucking terrifying and one of the scariest things you'll ever see. It's so weird that they were able to blend both of them, and it's hard to describe. It's an anomaly in itself because it was such a game changer, and it was such a different movie. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like your typical slasher, and it wasn't like your typical, you know, horror movie. It was a fucking... There was a story, and you connected so much with the characters. You're like, what the fuck is Deb doing?
Yeah,
what the
right?
fuck is going on? What is this? And there's so many questions, and fucking Bill Skarsgård as fucking Pennywise.
Oh my god, he was incredible. Just...
He really was. Like, we went from, you know, a movie a lot of people, they kind of gave up on. They didn't think it was going to be decent, to being the phenomenon it was, what, in 2017?
Yeah, 2017. No, that
Yeah,
movie,
it's insane.
It went from a cult classic to a fucking classic in the span of like a day. I'm like,
It really did.
what the fuck? And you never see that anymore. You don't see that in movies nowadays. Like, it takes a while for movies to, like, you know, gain that kind of popularity, but it just turned the shit around on its head.
And you want to know the other big thing about this movie? It's the fact that it's one of the very few movies I can remember in the recent history that when the sequel's announced, you're not like, oh great, here's another fucking cash grab.
You're fucking
like,
looking forward to it.
Like, let's fucking go. I want to know what happens. Like, what happens to the kids? What happens with fucking...
Exactly.
When they become adults.
Yeah.
It's so... It's probably the best Halloween movie that you could watch, or horror movie you could watch right now. Until I see Halloween, and then I'll probably change my mind to Halloween.
Yeah.
So what's your number one? Is it the scariest movie ever?
I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie ever. But it's pretty fucking terrifying. My arm just got ripped off. I would say it's the scariest movie ever, but it's definitely one of the scariest movies recently. Let's just put it that way. It's it's an Australian legend that they made into a movie. It's the Babadook. Yeah, it's an Australian horror movie. It's actually an Australian movie. First of all, it's like not a U.S. movie, which is another reason why I really liked it, because foreign movies don't get the recognition they deserve. Was like the Australians know how to fucking scare the shit out of you and have that shit resonate with you, because holy shit, the movie it was on Netflix for the longest time. That's where I found it,
and that's actually where a lot of people found it. Every year there's that like one Netflix, and it's that horror movie like of the year, and I think it was like 3-4 years ago it was the Babadook.
Yep. Actually, it just went off Netflix, I think, or it's still on. I forget. But if it's still on Netflix, I highly recommend watching it. It's basically like a mother is dealing with like her husband who died in a car crash, and her kid is dealing with it in the way of basically manifesting, not manifesting really, but like basically he's dealing with his death by having, I don't know how to describe it. He attaches himself to this like evil entity called the Babadook from like a storybook.
That's something very interesting in the fact that very underrated until you see it.
Yeah.
You don't really appreciate how good it is until you actually watch it.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those. Like it's hard to describe what the movie actually is because it's a weird movie, but it's a freaky ass movie though. And I wouldn't say it's like demons, it's ghosts, it's like a monster movie, but it's a monster movie that plays itself like a ghost movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. It has a lot more story beats than most monster movies.
Yeah, exactly. It has more depth to it. Because most monster movies are just, they're just monster movies, dude.
Yes, it's really cynical, as my lady says again.
Yep.
You can relate a lot as like when you saw the spirits when you were a kid.
Exactly.
Like that kind of feel. It gives you that kind of relatability. You could see yourself as that kid.
Yeah. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to think like, oh, this is just like a psychological thrill thing where like the kid manifests this demon shit. But no, like this is like it's actually a legitimate monster. It's not just made up by the kid.
A boy or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the kid again manifests this evil. This is different. It's he's clingy to it, not as just an escape, but as a comfort.
Exactly. Like, he's using it to help with the grief of losing his dad. And I think that's really, really, really cool. Not cool, obviously, but, like, it's interesting. It gives the monster, like, you actually sort of care about the monster in a weird, cynical way, basically. like your lady said, you care about the monster in a very weird, cynical way. But you also want the monster to go fuck off because it's fucking with shit.
Honorable mention, or else I'm probably going to be single if I don't say it. Rose Red.
Anyways, guys, give us your top 6 horror movies that you watch around the spooky time of year. Let us know what you think of our list. And let us know if there's any that we should add to ours as well. Do so, please, in the comment section below. You can also check us out on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and Instagram. That's the one I forgot.
Yeah, I'm back for right now. I'm going to say bye.
If you liked this video, please swipe right on that like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more of us giving our spooky lists, giving opinionated topics, or talking about news and time stuff and things on TV, video games, and movies, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notified whenever our videos go live. KJ, thanks for spazzing out on me today.
Kill yourself.
Yep. Ladies and gents, stay excellent. Have a great Halloween, and we'll see you in the next dive-in.